In the book Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McKeown, fundamental concepts are presented to improve the quality of our lives and enhance productivity by focusing on the essentials. The book conveys the philosophy of simplicity and how prioritizing can profoundly impact our personal and professional lives. In this summary, we'll review and explain the main ideas presented in the book, which include smart time and effort management and how simplicity and focus can be key to achieving success and satisfaction in our lives. Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less. By Greg McKeown. When exploring the idea of focusing on the essentials in Essentialism by Greg McKeown, we find one fundamental principle that governs the content of the book, which is the emphasis on the essentials. McKeown states, "We have the same time in the day as Steve Jobs or Albert Einstein," reflecting the book's principle that time is a limited resource, and we need to choose how to spend it carefully. To explain this concept, McKeown tells an old story about the famous polymath Leonardo da Vinci, who spent many hours studying the impact of rivers on the human body. This led him to spend a long time searching for something that wasn't useful. McKeown adds, "River waters may be fascinating, but they are not essential." In this context, McKeown suggests that achieving goals requires filtering our interests and dedicating ourselves to the essentials. It's easy to get caught up in secondary matters that consume our time and effort without us noticing, but this can prevent us from achieving our true goals. McKeown offers wise advice, saying, "If you don't know how to say no, you'll eventually end up saying yes to things that don't deserve it." Bit to remember, focus on the essentials by identifying real and important goals and activities in life and work. Concentrate on these matters instead of getting preoccupied with trivial and unnecessary things. The idea of rejecting excess is a fundamental principle in the book Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McKeown. This concept embodies the philosophy of minimizing and simplifying life, emphasizing the importance of refusing unnecessary commitments and tasks that do not significantly contribute to achieving primary goals. McKeown clearly states, saying yes to one thing means saying no to something else. McKeown shares a story about Admiral McRaven, a U.S. Navy SEAL instructor, who taught leadership at the Naval Academy. At one point, he threw a bag of maintenance tools at his students, saying, "These tools represent the things you want to do in your life." While the students wondered how such tools could represent their major goals and aspirations, McRaven told them they had to choose important and necessary matters to dedicate their time and effort to and let go of secondary matters that do not contribute to achieving their goals. Through this story, McKeown teaches us the importance of reducing distractions and focusing our efforts and time on the essentials. The ability to reject unnecessary commitments and tasks is a crucial skill that must be developed. The multitude and preoccupation with secondary matters can distract us and make us lose the ability to focus on what is truly important. McKeown also reviews a philosophy based on the idea established by the Dutch writer and artist Cor Bloch. This rule states, "If you cannot say yes, say no." In other words, when we feel obligated to accept numerous commitments and tasks, we should remember the right to say no to maintain our focus and productivity. As a practical example in the book, McKeown recounts the story of a famous writer named John Grisham, who received a significant offer to write a new book but decided to reject it based on the concept of rejecting excess. When asked about the reason, Grisham said, "If I don't say no to good things, I won't have time to write great books." This illustrates how intelligent rejection of commitments can help achieve primary goals. Bit to remember, rejecting excess commitments and tasks that do not significantly contribute to achieving primary goals. The concept of the decisive yes or no reflects one of the key principles in the book Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McKeown. This idea revolves around the ability to make decisions carefully and intelligently when faced with choices about committing to specific matters. McKeown emphasizes the importance of saying yes or no based on priorities and real goals. The book provides numerous examples and quotes that clearly illustrate this concept. McKeown introduces the concept of the 90% rule, encouraging deep thinking and caution before agreeing to any commitment. We must ensure that what we agree to align with our goals and is worth our time and effort. To better explain this concept, there is a compelling story about Jack Welch, the famous CEO of General Electric during the company's golden age. When offered the position of the President of the United States, Welch firmly declined. He was told he could become the president of the country, but he refused, saying, "I am the president of General Electric, and if I haven't left all my responsibilities to become the president of the country, I won't be able to do my current job well." This example shows how the decision of saying yes or no can be powerful when it comes to achieving goals and priorities. Welch knew exactly what mattered most to him and made a conscious decision based on those priorities. In another context, McKeown provides an example of the extraordinary power of saying yes or no when it comes to family time. He recounts a personal incident where he had to choose between spending more time at work or quality time with his family. Despite professional pressures and tempting offers, he decided to spend more time with his family. This decision made him feel a genuine sense of comfort and happiness, highlighting the importance of making the right decision when it comes to achieving a balance between work and personal life. Bit to remember: the importance of carefully accepting or rejecting commitments. We must be ready to say no to matters that do not align with our core goals. McKeown underscores the importance of directing effort and time toward essential matters that contribute effectively to achieving goals. He emphasizes the significance of following the one thing principle, focusing entirely on one task at a time. He states, "If you're trying to do many things at once, you won't be excellent at any of them." This concept suggests that splitting attention among multiple tasks can lead to distraction and a loss of focus. The author shares a story about Apple and its remarkable comeback after the return of its founder, Steve Jobs. Jobs believed in the importance of focusing on one outstanding product rather than dispersing efforts across numerous products. He said, "We are working not only on improving our products but on reducing them." This intense focus on quality and simplicity helped Apple achieve the tremendous success we know today. McKeown also provides advice on organizing and managing time effectively. He encourages the use of lists and precise prioritization. He advises getting rid of unnecessary matters and allocating time to essential tasks. He also emphasizes the importance of planning and goal setting to direct effort toward desired objectives. Bit to remember: the importance of allocating effort and time to activities and tasks that contribute to achieving core goals.